Hi, welcome to Life with Steph, Beth, and look, he exists. That's my husband, Justin. Oh my goodness, he's real. So we are all snacked up. He's got his ice cream cone to start off our journey to Kansas City. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. The end. Merry Christmas. Hey, so we have arrived at Le Hotel, and yeah, I'm like over by the sink because, as we should all know, the best lighting tends to be the bathroom sink, of course. I don't think we're really gonna do a whole lot other than maybe grab some food and go to sleep, so it's pretty much all that's happening now. Bye. Okay guys, so this place looks like it has 4 floors. But Justin can't get over the fact that there is a 5th floor button. So he's not sure, we're not sure what it goes to. We thought maybe it went to the roof, and then we got in the elevator, and someone who also got Wendy's, that's what we went and got, it's literally like right there, next to our hotel, just casually pushes the 5 button. So Justin's like, they have popcorn down there, I'm gonna get some popcorn. And I'm like, and he's making that face that he makes, like his grin when he's up to no good. So I told him he's required to record if there's anything interesting up there. I guess he's gonna go solve the mystery of what's on floor 5.
So babe, inquiring minds want to know what was on level 5.
Just more rooms.
More rooms?
Yep.
Oh, well that's boring.
Hey, so we are on day 2 and we're planning on going to a shopping center that should have like outlet mall stuff and go eat, and then we're gonna try to visit the Money Museum. So they have the Federal Reserve here in Kansas City, so we thought we might check that out. I know that there's some things I'm not allowed to take video or pictures of there, but what I can, I'll maybe try to get some clips of. We're at Legends outlet mall thingamajig. It's got a ton of stores, so this is fun. We just parked. We're gonna go check out the stores. It's kind of quiet today, but I guess it is technically a Friday still. We're just on weekend. We took shopping until we drop a little too seriously. I did, apparently. With someone's blessing for about 30 seconds. Someone over there got a little crazy for a second, and he was like, yeah, you can do that. Yeah, totally, it's fine. I don't think he's quite learned yet what, he keeps shaking his head like I don't think he realizes what it's like to let a woman loose at an expensive women's clothing store. But it was sweet of him. He had all the nicest intentions. We decided to go grab some food at Fuddruckers. Justin had a fancy exotic burger. Was it bison burger? Buffalo burger. V fancy. I just had a normal mushroom Swiss mushroom burger of some sort, and now we are on our way to go to the Money Museum. So hopefully that'll be fun. So we just got out of the Money Museum. We got some free money. Unfortunately, Justin pointed out it's shredded. We were hoping for some actual usable free money. No, but yeah, it was interesting. They had like a bunch of different coins and stuff like that and the history behind them. To get out, there was one of those doors that you have to like go in and it spins around or whatever. And I asked Justin if I go in after him and he said yes. And then he got out and it stopped and it said unauthorized entry.
I was only after she read the sign.
I checked with this one right here. This person right here. I checked with you. You lied to me. You lied to me. I'm very mad about it. It's okay. So that was very embarrassing and I was upset about it and I'm still not about it. Anyway, so there was that. And the money area, we're not allowed to like take pictures of or record or anything. But basically just a bunch of machines go like automated by themselves and put stuff up. But this is much cooler than what I'm talking about. Okay, so right now, Justin is leaving to go get us some Panda Express because he's such a sweetheart. They did have like a kind of a snacky food time here, but just none of it sounded really good to me. At the time I wasn't really that hungry, so now I am. And right now, obviously not right now, but just a moment ago, I was doing my study guide for my medical terminology because unfortunately my school still exists even on our kind of fun weekend time because this whole thing is taken up Thursday and so far up until now of Friday, and I really need to finish looking over my stuff for medical terminology because it just right now is the class that I'm not the best at. It's a lot of things. I just want to make sure I have it down. So really sweet of him to go grab us food while I do that, and I guess check in really quick with you guys. We might check out the pool and the hot tub, or we might not. I don't know. We've just been kind of chilling after this morning and afternoon's excursions because it kind of wore us out a little bit, so. Figure out what's going on. We're suspecting that it's an Irish festival of some sort. Yeah, it looks like it. KC Irish Fest at Crown Center. So that's why the water's green. We were gonna go to one place because it seemed cool, but it was crowded with a lot of children. So we decided to go to Spin Pizza. Are you excited? I don't know if you're gonna be able to hear any of this, but there we go. So we ate the pizza that you may have seen, and it looked really nice, and it was good if you like spicy things. I was not expecting my pizza to be spicy because it was barbecue chicken pizza with pineapple on it, and so I was thinking like, ooh, that'd be nice, like a sweet barbecue. It was more of a spicy barbecue, so like it made my stomach feel all warm, and that was weird and unpleasant. So add that sensory to all the other lovely sensory stuff going on in a very busy place with lots of noises. They had like a festival going on outside, they had music and stuff inside, they had a bunch of people. It was just a whole mess, and so I had a little bit of a meltdown. Also, we had a bit of an escalator issue. So yeah, that sucked. But so I got to take a little bit of a nap in the car on the way back over to Legends, which we were at yesterday, because I wanted I wanted some ice cream because, again, burning hot pizza. And so we decided we would try the Cold Stone Creamery because I'd heard so much about it. Sounds like people in, I don't know, other states are familiar with it. Seemed pretty neat to try, so we did. It was good. It was just really rich. So maybe, I guess, if you are like us and you've never been, I would highly suggest getting the smallest one you can and not in a waffle cone, just in a normal container. And then if you can handle that, you know, you're an adult, probably, I don't know, person with money, and you can decide whether you want more. But I'm just saying I wouldn't do it. Justin could barely handle his. It was too much, he said. Is it too much, babe?
It's too sweet.
And now we are going to a place that I keep on calling the wrong thing. What is it called?
Cabela's.
And what is Cabela's?
It's the world's foremost outfitter.
Yeah, that. I think we're heading back to the hotel. I am not feeling it anymore. Justin wants to like make sure we, you know, do all that we can while we're here. But I don't know if he really understands how exhausting it is to go through a day leading up to a meltdown and then including a meltdown. I think he thinks like once it happens, it's over, and it's like, whatever. It's not how that works. So I'm exhausted, and I just really want to go back to the hotel, and it kind of sucks, because I know, like, he wants to go do more stuff. I just really don't want to, and realized I was zoomed in on my face, so my apologies for that. Also, I'm still full on the ice cream, so that wasn't the best choice. I think it just wasn't a great choice, so I'm out here making great life choices, obviously. We might go swimming, but if we do, I'm not bringing the camera because I don't want to be responsible for a camera over by a pool in a hotel. It's just not a lot of fun, so. Hi. So we went and swam and sat in the hot tub with a really annoying teenager and her friends, family, not sure. I'm gonna talk a little bit about the whole meltdown thing because I think it's something that not a lot of people get to hear the autistic side of. If you watch people like Fathering Autism and Lauren Brazy, these are just people I watch, you'll hear a lot of the parent side because that's who's, you know, talking about it. It's their channel. They're the adult in the situation and they can tell you about it. It's just like it reveals a lot of how people really think when you go through rough times. So I used to not melt down as much in public. I think some people look at the past through what is it, rose tinted or rose colored glasses or whatever people say, that saying, phrase or whatever, where they think everything was perfect. But I know that I had issues before, but usually when I'm in public and I'm by myself and I'm really anxious, I can be very still. So sometimes, like, I guess now I've learned that I can stim better and stuff like that, but basically it was like we're in a different place and we went to a very loud, very busy place with a lot of things, and I thought we were going to eat and go, and that's not what happened, and we didn't eat at the place we were going to eat at, and so like a lot of things happened, and then I was like dealing with the weird sensation in my stomach, which I don't know, it's just one of those things. It's weird. And then we get to the escalators and I'm already feeling really out of sorts and I want to go, and I know Justin doesn't want to go. Apparently it was because we paid for parking, and that does tick me off because we spent more money on ice cream, you know, and like I get it, we're on vacation, and like that's the thing, like I don't think people understand that just because I'm high functioning or level 1 autistic that I don't have different needs, and accommodation is a thing. And there were stairs, and I tried to get on the escalator several times. It did not work out the first time, and then I don't want anybody to be mean to my husband, so I think it's just a lack of understanding, honestly. He didn't want me to go down the stairs because he thought that I would maybe become more afraid of the escalator if I avoided it or something. But it was really that, like, I couldn't do it right then. We went on that escalator going down later that day, or today, and it was fine. It wasn't easy, but it was fine. But this other time it led to a meltdown. Like, I'm crying and starting to hyperventilate, and he's talking about how, like, we shouldn't compromise, but, like, I think you guys need to understand about accommodation, and that's a thing, and accommodation doesn't make someone less. It doesn't make them weak. Like, just because I seem mostly normal, that I should still be able to use accommodation. I should still be able to choose the stairs and go slow down them, even though some people get irritated because they have to go a little slower. Or I can go find the elevator, even though that might take you an extra minute. It doesn't make any of us better because I use the escalator. But I think that neurotypicals think that. Like, they're scared that people might choose something else, that people might need something else. And I want to make it very clear, because this is probably going online. Like, don't ever bash my husband. Don't think that he's a bad person. I know that he's doing his best to understand something that doesn't make sense to him. And it's just hard because I feel like sometimes people think that we should just get over it. And that's not how that works. Like, yeah, it would have helped if I had things with me. I didn't know we were going in a loud, busy place for that long. If I'd known that, I probably would have lugged around my headphones too. That might have helped. But it just, nothing was going well. My insides did not feel good. My outsides did not feel good. And then, like, the sensory was intense. But then I ruin our vacation because we're not going out and doing things every second. I need to go to a place that's safe for me, and where I don't have to constantly deal with lots of outside stuff. Because it's like, we're always on a search for how to make you better. And I guess that's what takes me off about sometimes even like autism parents, and I don't want to make any sort of divide, and I get it, but at the same time, everyone wants to talk about desensitizing them to situations. I've been to malls before, okay? It's just I wasn't well prepared, and I had a lot of things going on. And I'm so sorry that inconvenienced you. Like, I don't think that a lot of people realize how difficult it is for the person, because it's usually about how the family is, and how do we make them not do this next time? Well, screw you. Like, I'm a person, and I'm gonna have days like this, and it doesn't mean I'm worthless. So those of you who are so focused on making sure that your autistic child is desensitized to situations and can do everything that anyone else can, well, you know what? Sometimes we can't. Sometimes we need a break. Sometimes we're gonna spend a day in a hotel instead of going on all the fun vacation things just to say that we did stuff. You have no idea how hard I worked up until that point to be okay. But all that's seen is the fact that I couldn't go down the escalator, and that I started crying and hyperventilating and had to go sob in a bathroom stall, which, by the way, no one bothered to ask if I was okay. I tried not to scream, so there was that. And I mean, honestly, I'm probably glad they didn't, because I didn't know what to say, but it would have been nice to know that anybody gave a rip. And then it's, communicate more, but you just have to endure. I endure every freaking day, and I don't think people get that. And you know what? That's okay. It's okay for me to be a human being. It's okay for me to be autistic. It just takes me off that, like, it feels like there's a never-ending search to fix me and fix what I do, and maybe one day you'll be able to handle everything all the time. Well, like, you're not able to handle everything all the time. Sometimes you get angry and you're a jerk face. But I don't sit there wondering about how I can fix you all the time. And I guess that's the most, like, irritating thing. Like, I know people mean well. I know they do. But I think that's just something neurotypical people do not understand. Is your version of normal doesn't make me any less. And you can say different, not less, all day long. But until you actually understand that I'm gonna have a meltdown sometime. And I'm gonna be overwhelmed. And that's okay. And I'm sorry it cost you your parking ticket or whatever. But I am allowed to use accommodations. I'm allowed to have them. And I don't have to be you. Your kid does not have to be you. If your child is struggling, yes, sometimes we have to deal with stuff, but also sometimes you can just deal with not being a jerk face for a day. Like, I get it. I do. I get that we have to endure things. And people want to say this kind of thing to me all the time, but like, dude, you don't understand what I'm already enduring by being here. You have no idea. Like, to my husband, he was like, we hardly did anything today. And I'm over here thoroughly exhausted, feeling like we went through the whole wide world today. Because his world and my world are so different. He doesn't see it the way I see it. Like, at all. So for me, it felt like I had packed in like 2 days worth of crap. I thought, wow, at least we went through a lot of things today. We did a lot today. And in his world, it was disappointing because we didn't do much today. And that's irritating. So yeah. I guess I just want to say, like, to the people who have autistic children, like, it's not always about you. And I don't want to say that people really say that or ever try to portray that. I think you need to realize that it's traumatizing for us too. And it's the thing that we're going through. It's not the thing you have to deal with. And I named YouTubers, and I'm not saying that they do that. I'm just saying a lot of times you hear from the parent and not from the person themselves. And I think it's important for you to understand that it's really frustrating when the focus is always on just fixing. How can we make you more normal? How can we make you accommodated to, or acclimated rather, to our world? We do that all the time. And I get it, like, I get it, but sometimes just give us a friggin' break, dude. You can't live in our world because our world doesn't exist that way. Our world is boring and obsessive and restrictive and repetitive. So we live in your world. So sometimes we're not going to be that way. And guess what? There's no day that I'm going to wake up and be a different person. And I hope that you guys are okay with that. Because I am who I am. And yeah, that's annoying sometimes. But you're annoying sometimes too. So there you go. I probably said the same thing 5 times over. But I just wanted to talk to you guys about it. Because I'm just really frustrated. Because I feel like at the end of the day, everyone's like, good job, Stephanie. You're more neurotypical, or you act more like everybody else, or you can talk to people, you can look people in the eye. Well, sometimes I lose my mind over going down an escalator in public, so does that make me less than you? Would it have really been that bad if I used the elevator? Who knows? Whatever. I'm just having a day. And Justin's gonna get us some food. Again, do not say anything bad about my husband. I know he means well. He just does not understand yet. And I hope that one day he does. And I hope that other neurotypical people will too. Bye. Good morning. Justin is looking up where we're going to eat. And we've got our stuff together and we're going to be heading out very soon. Right, baby? Because we have to be out of here by 11 and it's almost 11. So, yep. And maybe I'll catch some clips of where we go eat because we're trying to have some good Kansas City barbecue before we leave Kansas City. Okay, so we finally got packed up and got all of our stuff in the car, and I asked Justin, or actually I said he should be proud of me, and I asked him why he thinks so, and he says he has no idea. So I'm gonna tell everybody all at once. Are you ready? Are you ready, babe?
Sure. Ready.
He's ready. This is his level of I don't care. Okay. I was the one to get up and start packing and getting things together for the first time. Because usually Justin's the one who gets up, has to drag my butt out of bed, and it's a miracle that I get my stuff together because I'm half asleep. But today I was the one who got up and got all my stuff together. And yeah, so are you proud of me, babe?
But who was awake first?
Technically I was, because it was early in the morning and I woke up and then I went back to sleep.
Yeah.
But you didn't get ready first, so I win. Be proud of me.
I figured I'd let you win for once.
You suck. So this was like a pretty castle thing. And I guess a lot of people decided they would add their own art ideas. Not necessarily a fan of it myself, but it's interesting. We went to Arthur Bryant's for lunch. It was okay. I guess we just weren't really excited about the barbecue sauce, even though we kind of bought it because we thought it would be good. So that was kind of disappointing just because we were hoping to really like the sauce and we kind of didn't, so there's that part. But we went to go see, there's a castle thing, which is actually down the road around the corner, and it's neat because it's like a castle kind of thing, but like it's also kind of, I don't know, sad and scary at the same time because there's a lot of graffiti, a lot of like, you can tell people have hung out there. There's broken glass everywhere. Someone threw like monitors or TVs of some sort down in one of the areas, so there's just like a lot of weird things, but I mean it's interesting to look at. It's just kind of, I don't know. Anyway, so we're trying to figure out what we're gonna do next, if we're gonna stop on our way back or what we're gonna be doing. We have made it to the IKEA. It has its own parking garage and we think it's set on top of it. We shall see. Last time IKEA was a crazy place, and I think just any IKEA is kind of crazy. So here we go.
That's cool.
Loading sounds.
Escalators, you can take your cart on.
Huh. That's terrifying.